Welcome to Date Night Podcast,
a tabletop role-playing game podcast set in the homebrew world of Volyanaya.
Let's explore a whole new world together.
Are we good to go?
I'm ready.
My glasses are dirty, but other than that...
So,
We're in Raventree!
Bill, when Spree enters Raventree, it seems like an assault is already underway. It's dark, just before dawn, and the air is full of alarm bells and shouting. Some of the refugees in a tent camp in the north part of the village direct you toward the bridge that goes over the Kokitku River and into Raventree proper. After you find the trail, it's eerie and empty for a couple hundred yards, and there seems to be isolated places just outside your range of vision where you hear shouting or screaming. 2 torches burn on the end of the bridge, guiding your way through the night. The early morning, I guess. The Kokitku River sparkles dimly in the light of the Steve moon. Our world has 2 moons. One's called Moon and one's called Steve, just by the way. As you near the bridge, you hear an eruption of water, which is followed by a scream. And just there on the edge of your dark vision... Does he have dark vision? He has dark vision. I don't know if that's on that sheet I did.
Do Burn have dark vision?
Huh?
Do Dovahkiin have dark vision?
I don't know if there's a spot on that sheet for it.
I have an abundance of cones.
Never played Skyrim, did you?
He did. I watched.
It's not, but I see on this sheet.
But also...
I'm remembering filling the sheet out. I don't remember seeing that anywhere. Never find the races.
Is the origin of this dark vision image intensifying or infrared?
It kind of shades of gray, it says.
We all have dark vision, so
you
we've never
don't.
really had to worry about it.
Oh.
I don't see it anywhere. Okay. Outside of your vision, this is where the screams are coming from. From on the bridge, you only sort of see the flickering torchlight and the river sparkling dimly in the moonlight. What do you do?
Do I have any comrades with me?
Did you try to convince anybody to come with you from the temple?
From what I saw at the temple, no.
No? Okay. So you don't at this point.
Okay.
You're just arriving.
My first order of business
My first order of business
would be to try to identify friend and foe.
Okay.
So I want to get closer to see and make an assessment. I'm ready for combat, but I want to make an assessment of who I need to wade into.
Okay. It's coming from, like, in the river and you're on the bridge. So as close as you can get right now is sort of to the edge of the bridge until you figure out which side of the river it's coming from. So make a perception check. You're allowed to live. It's okay.
Sam keeps looking at me like I'm not allowed to live.
Six. No perception. Yeah.
Yeah. No, 12.
12? In the moonlight, you can see, as it just catches the light, really, a hint of twisting and writhing tentacles starting to drag a villager into the river from the north side. So it's the side you're approaching the bridge from, and you can see where it's kind of made landfall and is pulling this villager toward it.
Okay.
The Thirstiness of Hadar?
No.
So I've identified my enemy.
Does it make any sense?
I didn't do it.
So as you move closer to try and approach it, you can see that it has a central mass. It's dark green or brown, but it's mostly submerged in the water. Mm-hmm. It's with these yellow eyes, and it charges toward the shore, roaring like a dragon as it comes.
I see. So is it... Well, has it grasped a villager?
Yeah, and it's trying to yank. Right now, she's off of her. Yeah, she's off her feet and kind of in the air over the top of the river, like it's pulling her back.
All right, I'm going to try to free the villager first by slashing with my broadsword, slashing the tentacled arms.
Okay, so roll an attack.
Mm-hmm. All right. +6, 17.
17.
Yeah. So as you cut across, you cut through one of the tentacles, and the villager at this point kind of falls down about 10 feet or so into the ground, like near the shore where the water is. About this time, you see it, you hear it roar in pain as the tentacle is cut, and it starts charging toward you.
Okay.
Trixie and Durn, you're nearby the Chief Tagada Tavern.
Wait, who?
At the south side of the bridge when this happens.
When did they get? Okay.
You have just, Durn, this is the morning that before dawn you awoke and prayed to Atlanta and heard that you only really had till this evening before the main column was going to be here. Having heard that was bad news enough, but there was still hit-and-miss fighting even earlier in the day, as there has been for the past few days leading up to this event that you've been taking initiative in fighting from day to day. But you're taking a breather near Chief Tagada Inn. Trixie, you had been out flying all night, and you haven't had a chance to go back to bed yet. You're patrolling the city, flying around. She's an owling, by the way. So,
That matters.
looking for threats. And you're about 50 feet over the inn, just south of the bridge, when you see the creature erupt from the water and rush toward the shore. There's an unconscious victim now laying in the dirt at the edge of the river, in the mud, and you see what looks like some warrior with a sword and shield squaring off against this thing as it's coming out of the river. There are many tentacles flailing around violently. One that swings over the slow-moving river, seemingly holding another creature of some sort, maybe a villager. Durn,
Just for clarity. Oh, okay. I was about to say, for clarity, she's there. I'm not.
you're nearby.
Okay.
You're coming out of the inn. It's been a place where the common room has been turned into kind of a command center in the town. Pippi is right outside with her pigeons, or what's left of them, trying to centralize information about what's coming next, what's going on in different parts of the town. And she has got reports back that this haphazard assault, like you have also heard from Trixie, is about to get thicker and soon. You were getting ready to head to the south and the main wall to see what was going on when you heard the scream from across the river and the roar from the northwest, somewhere in the Kokikku, not more than 40 feet behind you. And with that, we're going to roll just these three individuals into the initiative order for now. So I need Spree, Durn, and Trixie, and my creature here to roll initiative.
14.
20.
All right, Durn, back on the initiative track.
Aye.
Spree, what did you have?
20.
Whoa.
What?
Did you show him where he can add initiative to the roll, too?
It was
Okay.
a 19, but
Gotcha.
he added one.
Trixie,
This is
8.
adding initiative.
yay.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yay.
And creature.
You still have one thingy on the initiative. Is it supposed to be there?
Environmental.
Oh, way down at the bottom.
see it. No.
Oh, then it doesn't exist.
He actually has an 8, but your dex is higher, so.
Yay.
All right. First in the order is going to be Spree. So right in front of you right now, not 10 feet into the water, maybe kind of in the shallows of the river here. The river's wide on this side of the bridge. It's before it narrows and gets kind of back into a river. It almost like oxbows a little bit here. And this thing is on your side. It's rushed up out of the water. You cut one of its tentacles off, and it's seemingly charging toward you and the encampment of tents that are on this side of the river, where they seemed like they thought they were safer from stuff encroaching in the south. What do you do?
I charge toward it because I am going to strike the heart of the creature.
All right.
I've already taken off a tentacle and hopefully saved one villager, but I charge toward it with my outstretched broadsword to go for the heart.
All right, so you charge into the water, splash in through the shallows, pull up your longsword, take a swing, and let's see what happens. Roll your attack. Nope.
Fail.
So that one's a automatic failure if you have a 1. So
Right.
just swing down into the water, and there's a big splash of water beside the creature, but you don't seem to impact it at all. You do get a second attack if you'd like.
Of course, hopefully the water blinded it for just a
Not the
second.
critical.
It
We'll
lives
see.
underwater.
It might have.
24.
Yeah, so its vision obscured by the splashing water that goes past its eyes. You strike your long sword into the body of the creature, and you can roll your damage and see how much you hurt it for.
Did he get a long rest?
He did count as a long rest. It's a couple days from the temple to here. All right, and show him where he adds.
And then you add 5. Do you see that? 1d8 plus 5?
Mhm.
Right there. So 3 plus 5.
You got 8. All right.
Did I inflict damage?
You
That's how much
dealt
damage.
8 damage to this beast. All right. As you do, you see that this thing, as you're right up in it, as it pulls its jaws open, looks like at one time it was some giant crocodile, about the size of, more like a hippopotamus, though. But it has these tentacles growing out of its back that are almost like viney in nature. And it's got this kind of, one of its yellow eyes is just kind of sagging to the side. It doesn't look right. It looks like something's wrong with it. And it is Durn's turn.
So
Durn,
it's about 40 feet away.
from your location, you're about 15 feet away from the bridge. You're about 40 feet away from the far shore of the river where this creature is fighting with seemingly you just see some sort of warrior with sword and shield. And so you have a way you could potentially cross the bridge, or the river lays between you and this, and whatever you'd like to do.
Full 25 feet towards the bridge. Pull out the lightning wand and do a push.
All right, going to throw a bolt of lightning at it.
I am not proficient in lightning wand, so that's
No.
just going to be an 11.
Yeah, it's just going to smack into the river around the side of this creature. As you see this bolt of lightning, Spree will see it from the bridge. This bolt of lightning spring out of this wand, but just crash harmlessly into the water beside the crocodile. And does that end your turn?
That's turn.
All right, so you've made it about halfway across the bridge. From there, it's maybe 30 feet, 35 feet till you could get to the creature the way you're running around, unless you, jump off the bridge or whatever, but we'll get there when we come back around. Trixie, you're about 50 feet up in the air, but nearby to where the creature is.
It's dark, right?
It's very dark. It's
Okay.
it's not dawn yet.
Okay. I can do this. Sorry, I'm trying to psych myself up for the voice.
Okay.
I'm going to, I'm directly above it, right?
Yep.
I'm going to drop down out of the air and stab it with my short swords. And ally, right?
All right, it's about 50 feet above you, so you can do that, but you're going to have to burn your bonus to dash, I think. How fast do you fly?
30.
30. So it's 50 feet down. So it's up to you, or you
So
can
I'd
throw
only get
something.
my main attack and offhand attack and not my second attack?
You don't get a second attack as a rogue. You would get... your second attack only is with your offhand as a bonus action with 2 weapon fighting.
But would I get a sneak attack damage? Since
You would, because
Spree-
Spree's adjacent to it.
Well, forget that. I'm going to short bow then.
Use the short bow?
Yeah.
Okay. Just a reminder, because you haven't played in a while, short bow's fine, but you do have those daggers you can throw, too. All right. How'd
Short
your
bow
short
has
bow do?
18 plus 7.
That
25.
definitely hits. Yeah. Rolled damage and sneak attack
You
damage.
haven't had a reason to use the character voice yet, but I love it.
That was 4, 8, 9, 10, 13, plus 4.
17?
Yes.
Great.
I usually try to make it a little bit higher pitch, but I can't hit that note right now.
I like it as is.
So from above, in the lightning, as it kind of illuminates this target down below, Trixie pulls back her bow and sticks an arrow that lands right above that kind of sagging eye in the top of this thing's head. And it does quite a bit of damage. Are you going to use your movement or bonus to do anything?
Well, I think I dropped about 10 feet falling while I shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll probably just hover where I am.
Going to keep up there with the bow? Okay. It's the creature's turn. So it's charging right now toward Spree, and it's going to try to bite him. That is a 20 against your AC. So that's... Show him that he has a shield, so the smaller number there is... That's what your armor
18.
is while your shield's out. So he had a 20, that's higher, so he's going to bite you. Okay? He's going to deal You feel this jaws just sink into you and really get a good grip on you. You're going to take 22 points of piercing damage.
So that's
So you're going to have to do some
22
math.
From 39.
So that got a real good grip on you, sunk its teeth in pretty deep. And I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw. So to do that, you roll the d20. And
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You automatically succeed. So it tries to grab you and pull you back, but you dig in your feet into the shallows, and it rips its teeth across you and rips you open pretty good, dealing that damage, but it doesn't keep a hold of you like it was trying to. Let's see. Can't really reach anybody else, so it's going to swing one of those tentacles at you, though, also. Oof. And that's a natural 20. So this might be bad for Spree in a moment. Yeah, that's going to be 22 points of damage.
He only has 17 left.
So that's
Spree is
going to
down.
bring you down to 0. You're going to be unconscious at the moment.
Yeah.
All right. So unless somebody takes an action to heal you or feed you a potion or you're going to have to make saves against dying when it comes back around to you.
0, or just
You can't kill him off in his first game.
Well,
He was just born.
Spree, it's your turn, so I need you to make what's called a death saving throw.
So you roll this. If you roll over a 10, you succeed. If you roll under a 10, that's over a 10.
All right, so that's
bubble
one
in
success.
over here.
If you get 3 successes, you're stable. If you get 3 failures, you die. So you have 1 success for now, but that's your whole turn because you're unconscious and right now in one of those tentacles.
Ooh.
As it grabbed you, and it is actually this little guy that I didn't roll into the initiative here. I'll put him in here. The little apprentice wizard that the grease wizard taught how to throw a fireball
My boy.
steps out of
Bolt.
bolt. Yeah, firebolt, not fireball. Steps out of one of the tents in the village here and hears all this ruckus and throws a firebolt at this creature in the water. And he hits.
My
Yay!
boy.
Oh, I remember now.
He deals 4 points of fire damage to the
Yay.
beast in the water as the fire sizzles beside it. And it is Durn's turn.
Run another 25 towards the thing and do another lightning bolt.
Okay.
8.
It streaks across into the water.
You're not
Durn's
having good
back.
luck with that thing. are
Well,
you?
this has been productive.
That's never been your range. Has never been your strong suit.
No, it really hasn't.
Or
Just think
speed.
about all the dead small fish that are floating though, after all this lightning hitting the water.
All right. Does that end your turn?
Yes.
Trixie.
If he's down, I don't get sneak attack, right?
He is not currently hassling or harrowing the creature, no.
Endless daggers.
Okay.
I get 2, right?
Did you say endless daggers?
Yeah. I've got some magic daggers. I'll tell you about them later when we meet up.
Okay.
Okay, 17 and 18
They both hit.
plus stuff. Does only one get the bonuses? Or did they both?
Only one gets your damage bonus, unless you have 2 weapon fighting somehow. I don't think you do.
I don't think I do either. Well, in my head, I said that one was the first one, so 2 plus, well, it doesn't matter because it's math. 2 plus 4 plus 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. Sorry. You, with those 2 daggers into the top of this creature, and then they teleport back into your hands after you deal that damage to it.
That's cool.
Nice.
All right.
And I am now 40 feet above the thing.
No, you
No,
were
30 feet.
30 feet. Are you going to move, or you've used your bonus action to attack? But
I see they're coming.
okay.
There, the whole cavalry that is Durn.
Well, I saw a fire bolt come from elsewhere.
Durn on his stubby legs and a teenager who knows one spell.
And somebody who
He's
unfortunately
my boy.
got knocked unconscious with an unlucky crit. So, sorry, Bill. So the beast charges toward Durn, closes
Sorry, I
the
can't
rest
be
of
it
the
anyways.
distance,
I drowned.
makes a bite attack. I don't know,
I'm a
does a
bird.
27 hit you, Durn?
No.
That is
That was too many dice.
19 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, that's going to be 12.
He clamps down on you with his jaws and hangs on, and you are now currently restrained in its jaws.
Your breath is terrible.
Stab it in the gullet.
Not going well. All right, Spree, I need you to make a death saving throw.
12. That
Okay,
works.
that's
Success.
another pass.
Yeah, he's good
Bubble
still.
in another one.
The apprentice wizard is going to throw a fire bolt at this guy,
My boy.
and your boy just sizzles one into the water.
Should have paid for the full class.
Durn, you are restrained, but you can still. It says your speed is 0.
Well, no, but I
Attacks
want to
against
be.
you have advantage, but you can still attack.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to hit it with a hammer.
Okay,
Yes.
15 plus things.
that hits.
Okay. 2d6. So 8 plus 5.
13,
No, wait. 8 plus 6.
14.
14. 14.
That's your damage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. All right. So you take your hammer, despite being wedged in this thing around your midsection, just pull it up, smash it right into its snout. It doesn't lose grip of you, but
Okay.
you
And I'm
hit
going to hit it again. 11 plus things. So 11.
your plus things that hits.
Yes.
You have good plus things.
6, 8. 8 plus 5 plus 3. 13. 16.
Wow. Okay. Math. All right. So, but those two hits, I'm gonna make it roll a concentration to see if it holds you, or Constitution. I mean. All right. So with that second hit, it drops you out of its mouth, and you crash. Roll an acrobatics check, please.
Oh, because I'm going to hit that. 17. Not bad.
Pretty good. Despite your dwarven legs, you land on your feet, almost Superman landing or type 3-point stance in the shallows of the water, and are prepared for the next round. Trixie, it's your turn.
How close is he to the thing?
Melee.
Durn is right in front of it. It just dropped him
And I'm 30 feet.
30 feet up.
Okay, I'll drop down with my short swords.
Okay. So the owling goes into a dive with her short swords. And
I hit with one. I think. Well, 11. Okay, I hit with one. 6 plus 4, 10.
you get sneak attack. It's next to Durn.
Plus 9.
So 19 total.
19.
Okay, so with that, that pulled pork. Then the owling takes this dive and just one of the short swords
Into the eye.
digs into this thing's eye, and its tongue lolls out,
And it's dead?
And it does this crocodile-style barrel roll, and its tentacles slam down to the ground, causing Spree to fail one death save as he takes that damage of that happening.
So bubble in one of the fails.
And does that end your turn?
I guess. Is it dead, apparently?
It is dead.
Woohoo!
I do need Spree. I need you to make a death save as it's back to your turn.
Obviously, I can't drag him out of the water.
12.
Can you get
Okay,
him?
you are stable. Now.
Get him out of the water.
So does he have one?
I thought he was on the
No,
bank.
he's still
Oh, he's
at
on the bank?
0. When you become stable, you don't wake up instantly. He will wake up in an hour if
Okay.
nothing else happens.
When he got slammed down, did he get slammed down in the bank or in the water?
The thing had sort of come up onto the edge of the bank.
Okay.
So he's in the shallows,
Okay.
but you don't know if he's in a place where he can breathe or not.
I'm going to run over there and pull him out.
Okay.
Good, because I can't move him.
Working on it.
He's pretty big and in his armor, so just go ahead and make an athletics check.
I mean, I can help, but all I can really do is move a
Natural
hand.
20.
All right, very easily.
He weighs nothing. I'm
as
a
you
dwarf.
run past with one hand, just grab him and pull him up onto
I'll be
the.
indebted to you for life.
You're still unconscious.
Oh,
Yeah,
He says that in his sleep. I'm indebted to you for life.
well, that'll be an interesting way to start your relationship when he wakes up. All right.
My hero.
Does that end your turn? Or-
I'm going to start running back towards the town, screaming, Baba, Baba, Baba.
Okay. Trixie, we're out of combat now, so what would you like to do?
Fly back up, look around, see if I see anything.
Okay. There are still threats near the wall, it seems like, but there have been kind of consistently. Mostly the archers have been taking them down. They've been just single creatures kind of coming
Do I need
ever
this?
since...
Okay.
Ever since you've spotted them
was a
moving
19.
faster, there have been these creatures coming kind of staggered, just a couple at a time, seemingly not a part of the main column, but just angry and trying to get in. It's given the moose folk in the woods, the tree wardens, it's given them a little bit of problem, but at the wall it hasn't been much of a problem.
Right. Then I'm going to fly down to the ground after I see that there's nothing going on and go shake the other villager person.
Okay, roll a medicine check.
What other bill?
Nat 20.
Okay. You
Smack her. Wake up!
stabilize the villager.
Oh, can I smack her, wake her up?
No.
She fails like 8 death saves.
Eventually, Durn finds Baba Ganoush, who slowly, based on her age and stature, makes her way north of the river and applies her healing spit leaves as she's... I'll wake everyone back up. They'll be fine, dear.
are they similar to Tana leaves?
And she just applies these leaves to your wounds. And eventually, the villager and Spree will take 7 points of healing. So that heals you from 0 points back up to 7
Right,
health.
7 right there.
All right. And Spree, you come to laying on the ground with a big open cut from this thing, dragging its teeth across
So
your
much for my
midsection.
chainmail.
Yeah, it's still there, but it kind of dug around it a little bit and really got in the gaps. You can see even a tooth broken off inside your armor, still sticking there. When you
It's
look
gonna make
up,
a sick necklace.
you just see this old
That's
woman.
exactly what I thought. It's going to be a trophy.
Yeah. You see this old woman looking down at you, trying to work up some more spit to spit into some more leaves as she turns to move to the next villager. And you see a paladin standing in front of you with a big two-handed hammer, just kind of leaning on it, looking down.
Are you feeling better there, lad?
Yes, I am. And I must thank you for your assistance to me. While I wasn't really coherent, I felt it.
Oh, well, you're quite
I
welcome.
sensed it.
You're quite welcome. We need all the help around here we can get.
We can. And I'm looking around and who are friends we can recruit to form a coalition to go head to head with the evil that befalls us.
Well, pretty much everyone here is preparing for that battle at the moment. There are some innocents, but most everybody here understands the stakes and is preparing for battle.
I see. Well,
I'm Durn Hammerstone, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
they call me Spree.
Spree. Okay.
I see you're a paladin such as myself.
Aye. Such as your... What oath are you?
The oath of faith
Oh, okay.
and devotion.
I'm pretty sure they call it... That's good, lad. That's good.
I was trained in both disciplines.
Double majored.
That's fantastic. Oh, God, yeah.
Okay. About that time, Trixie, you're circling around near the south side of the village, and through the tree, beneath the boughs of the Raventree, all of a sudden you see a number of figures appear.
Do we all just come like pouring out, like when you open a door and
Like-
a whole crowd like
Yeah.
Sneak attack.
no?
You see,
Oh.
it looks like dwarves and a couple of half orcs and a small, maybe gnome figure, some elves
Sure did. Sorry.
appear beneath the Raventree. And everyone,
What?
Zev, Keira, GW, Ahrin, and the rest of the crew that you were traveling with are now back in Raventree on this morning. So it's going to get a little wonky for a while.
So
Yeah.
many
Have a
accents.
couple of extra characters.
Should we? I feel like we should describe our characters briefly to Bill, like at least our like race and class, so that he knows.
Near the mic, but I imagine like Durn and Spree would maybe make their way toward the Raventree or toward the south wall, and everybody could meet.
Sure.
These.
I'll go ahead and start with myself. Also, I can remind our listeners,
It's been a while.
I'm Durn Hammerstone. I'm approximately 5 feet tall, over 300 pounds of pure dwarven muscle, big red bushy beard,
Can't handle stairs very well.
ridiculously shiny chainmail, and a giant two-handed hammer that I call Lawbringer.
And stairs don't do well very
I do not do well with stairs, no.
Thanks for bringing that up again.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. I'm a gnome. I'm like 3 feet, something like that. Yeah, sure, that sounds right. I got a wizard hat on my head, and over top the wizard hat's a crown. I'm a wizard.
When he
Obviously.
says crown, it looks more like a Burger King crown.
Well, it looks like a Burger King crown, yes, but I mean, it's my crown. I'm the king of magic. I'm a god. I mean, what else do you want?
Humility.
I've got kind of
Oh,
a
you're going to be waiting a while for that one.
Clippy.
Oh, yes, I've also got a homunculus, which is about a...
Harry Gack.
No, he's not Harry
He's
anymore.
a
He's a little
magical
Harry.
servant.
He's my magical servant. How tall does he stand?
6 inches.
He's probably like 12 inches.
He's about 12 inches tall,
And he looks like Clippy.
and he looks like Clippy from Microsoft.
Except he's
Word.
hairy.
Do you remember the helpful
Oh
clip?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
All right.
Yep.
I'll
You're
go.
next.
My turn. Okay, we're going around the table. I'm Ahrin Bloodfang, and I'm a half-orc barbarian. I'm the tallest person here at around. Well, actually, I don't know about that, but like 6.5 feet tall.
You're a little taller than him.
I'm about 6.5 feet tall.
I don't know. What does Ahrin look like? Big axe that has a smiley face on one side and an angry face on the other side, and really big hair that makes her look even bigger than she is.
Lots of hair.
Yeah, I've emphasized that several times.
Keira is on the slightly shorter end. Let me flip all the way back over here to her book page.
And I don't do magic, so what you see with me is just kind of what you get.
On the slightly
Big
shorter,
muscles, sun's out,
Yes.
guns out.
Yeah.
Keira is like average human height, which is kind of tall for an elf. 5'5", brownish hair, kind of tannish skin. For some reason, Will thought that she had black hair, but that's okay. And Trixie is a tiny little screechling owling, like your standard lighter colored screech owl.
Yeah, they're like 20 inches tall.
Aww.
Screechers.
And I only weigh like 25 pounds when I'm
Aw.
Trixie. Hence the squawk that I almost put into the trailer.
And I am Zivask Samawilo. I am about 6.5 feet tall. I am extremely thin for a half orc, but I have a really big two-handed katana-esque sword with runes going all down it.
That
My
looks like
armor
a-
is entirely too tight because my old armor got burned off, and I had to take what was available. It doesn't fit. And I am a cleric.
Wait, what?
As far as I am aware, I am a cleric.
All right. You know
That's
what?
on brand.
That tracks.
So, yeah, Spree, you meet all these people around the base of this Raventree, which is this ancient tree with these sprawling kind of branches coming off the side of it.
Wait,
Big, thick
hold
ones.
on. Does Grease Wizard see Durn?
I don't think Durn's
Yeah.
made it over there
Yeah, I
yet.
you
think they're
mentioned-
walking over.
Grease
you.
Wizard can't see over the bushes, so...
I think you're
Well, I think
approaching.
we were doing this description for Bill, not for
Oh, okay.
Spree.
I don't know. Are you headed to the Raventree?
I'm headed
too?
that way.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've gotten there yet.
So you will see arrive soon after You port under the tree and see only kind of Alani there tending to a couple of injured people. You see approaching, first landing an owling nearby, and then walking in from the opening in the hedges, a dragonborn and your old group companion, Durn Hammerstone.
Oh, that was good work there, lass. You get a crack. Hello.
I punch him with Mage Hand. I know it won't do anything, but I do.
You feel a grazing of magical energy across
Lightly
your
caress
beard.
your cheek. Okay.
Durn?
I take it you used the Wimmily Wommily stick.
I did. This is so confusing.
I see you're just as good at detectiving as ever.
Detectiving, okay.
It's a word where I come from, and you have no way of proving otherwise. What
Where
are
do
you
come
doing
from?
here?
Where do you come from?
See, now you understand all the people in my head.
Cool.
Yes, but I can't get the higher register.
What are you doing here, Durn?
I'm preparing for battle. What are you doing here?
We've been here
Oh,
for
I
a
just
couple
thought
of
I'd go for a picnic. What do you think?
We've been
You
here for a
asked
couple
me,
of
I
weeks
thought it
waiting
was
on
fair
you.
to ask back.
We've been here for a couple of weeks waiting on you to get here.
Me personally?
You people.
And he
What do
saved
you mean
my
you-
life. That's all I need to know.
Oh, Zev, this is Durn, the guy that we were telling you about.
You're right. He does look like an asshole.
Yeah, he does.
That
And
accent
I
was
walk past
terrible.
him.
It's different enough.
Okay. The grease wizard shoulders past Durn through the narrow entrance.
I make sure to like walk into him a little bit.
And you bounce off because he's the
I would like to go in
Yeah.
for a bro hug.
Okay.
Okay.
You know.
There's a big bro hug.
Good to see you again, I guess.
Stick back.
Thank you.
Hey, do you still have the horn?
The thunder horn?
No, not that thing.
What horn are you
I
talking
tapped my earring.
Oh, yeah. Aye.
Okay, just curious.
Okay.
I'll put the stick
And we
in my
all went on
bag.
our separate ways.
So are we... What's going on in Raventree?
Trixie, why don't you explain things?
Trixie has laryngitis. She can't talk.
Well, things have been getting progressively worse. We've been trying to harm the villagers as best as we can, but, I mean, you can take a look for yourself.
Clippy comes over and jumps on Durn. From
Reals?
the back. Yeah, from the back.
Roll initiative?
No, not in an attack way. Just to kind of like
Just in one of
surprise
those
him.
Okay, so all of a
surprising
sudden,
things that you don't expect and is
from
potentially
behind,
hostile.
Guess
with.
You
who?
hear as these wings sail past your ear. And as you swing at it and turn around to look like a bug is coming up, you see this seemingly clip-shaped creature.
Oh, mother of
Hovering
the
in
gods,
front of
none
you.
of you stopped him?
We tried.
I think I actually encouraged it at the end.
Why would you do such a thing?
And another thing, Durn, you know what? How could you leave us? I shout from across the way.
He's still having a tough time. Oh, he's like 10 years old or something.
I think Spree would move to unsheath when he saw the thing.
The little creature?
hit his
No,
friend
don't kill
because he
Clippy.
doesn't know. He doesn't know yet what's
I
happening.
think we can kill Clippy.
Is this a
anymore.
friend?
Clippy's like
Clippy
roll
is
an
onto a
insight
god.
to see what you think. So roll a d20 and add your insight bonus.
Which is even
Behold, I am become death, destroyer
Because I
of
indebted
worlds.
to him. Because of,
You kill me and I will respond in the morning.
it's even funnier out of
It
context.
looks dangerous.
right, and someone needs to stop me before I move to defend my friend.
All right, so Spree is
What are you
starting...
gonna do? Oh, you got a bug on you.
You see Spree unsheath the longsword and go to
Wait,
swing
wait,
at
wait,
Clippy.
wait. It's okay. I know it's hideous, but I don't think it. This isn't going to hurt me, is it?
No, it's not gonna hurt you, Durn.
I'm going to ask the
Durn
question
just
again to one of
defended
these
Clippy.
two.
It hasn't hurt us yet.
Okay.
Look into those little eyes.
It just
There
reaches
are three
magic
of
points.
us. Sorry. This is the most confusing thing possible.
Someone let me know before I act.
I've let you know. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's
As you
fine.
were, friend.
So who's the Dragonborn?
I don't
I'm
know.
the dragon.
His
We
name's
found him in
Spree.
the river.
Who are you?
Oh, wait. We found him in the river.
Okay. That's Trixie. That's
Hi.
Ahrin. Points to the back. That's GW. This is Spree. That's Keira. I'm Durn. I don't know who you are. My name is Zavask. That's Zavask.
Woo!
My friends call me Zev. Zavask.
Okay.
Henna's here.
And I'm Calman Coggles Dash 28.
Oh, yay.
Okay, what the hell?
So out of the normal portal that you're accustomed to seeing Calman Coggles Dash 6 come out of, Calman Coggles, holding your old shield, Durn, steps out
I have mixed emotions.
with the armor plating bolted to him and a big hammer on his side, attached to him basically through magnetics. Somebody who looked Spree exactly like the spherical creature you saw at the temple, but more dressed in the garb of a paladin, appears out of a dimensional portal by everyone else just because it was a good time.
So
When did you get so ripped?
And this is Henna, and
Where
this
am
is
I
Navara.
ripped? I am made of armor.
Aye, you didn't have it before.
He's perfectly round.
I've always had this armor.
This is Dash 28. We're confused too. Not Dash 6.
Oh,
So it's a different Calman?
This isn't our guy.
Where's
Yeah.
Dash 6?
We left him at the temple.
Still at the temple, as far as I know.
So where did this one come from?
We don't know.
I don't know. By the way,
Mechanics.
this is Henna, and this is my mother, Nivara. She's apparently good-ish.
Wait,
The jury's still out. Oh, and this is Kib.
I
Is he
have
with
so
us?
many
No.
questions.
And then these are 5 dwarves that we saved from the Underdark.
Oh, but that's Kira's
One
half
of them is
brother.
their- One of them's her half brother.
That's Glenn. No, Glum.
Yeah, believe it or
And that
not,
was Mario.
Durn. Believe it or not, Durn, you might have missed something about our lives.
Well, as
not
long-
like you care about us anyway.
Well, as long as I didn't miss an awesome cantrip that makes my beard burst into flame.
Oh, you did
oh, you know
miss
what? You
that,
did
though.
miss that too.
Oh,
I got
we
it.
met some Azores.
I got a beard.
Did you really?
Uh-huh. Roran taught it to me.
I'm sorry, Durn.
Wait, was I there?
I don't know. But my voice
Okay.
is going away.
Good night, everyone. Time to go home. This was fun.
Neither Trixie or Keira will be able to talk in about 20 minutes.
In trying to do it in 12 seconds of summary.
Oh, and I say, oh, and I can do this now, but in Ignan, so it sounds like.
is someone of a bucket? Hi, guys. Thanks for listening to Date Night with me, Mike. If you like the show, we can really use your help. See, we need someone to spread the word. So share the show with a friend or a family member. You can also help us by following on social media platforms like Twitter at Date Night Podcast and sharing our posts from there. If you want to follow our giveaways and announcements, that's really the best place to find us. All right. Now back to the action.
This old home reunion is very nice, but shouldn't we be talking about forming a coalition against the evil that befalls this land?
Well, this was a coalition, but then he left, and then I joined him. As I said, my voice is going away.
Do you need a bucket?
I just need new vocal cords. I'm going to stop talking now.
I'm pretty sure this is the best coalition we're going to get our hands on such short notice.
Well, then we need a plan.
Front lines.
Trixie?
No,
Oh.
that was Keira.
Okay.
No, I'm with the dragon board on that. Well, actually, I don't know. I think we need action. I don't know if we necessarily need a plan before the action.
So Durn and Trixie are a bit aware of what's been going on in Raventree, but it's been a while.
Aye.
So I'll just sort of sum up, and you could assume that you're getting this information from one of them or Alani, who's there too.
We're
Switch
related.
between Scottish and Irish accents while you're doing it.
Okay, I'll just try to do a Scottish accent. That'll give me both.
Every now and again, pitch up a little bit to be Trixie.
Okay. We have been preparing the city all this time. There's a number of defensives that have been put together. There's actually, before you left, you knew about some of them because you helped design a maginal, which is like a catapult, but they've built it. It's operational. Durn left a keg of powder near it just in case.
You're welcome.
So there's that. There's squads of archers and spearmen that have been set up that are basically guarding the walls. Alani's expanded the southern border of the city to have giant thorn walls all around it, except for one small entrance that she's sort of tried to seal up, but it keeps getting unsealed because it didn't have any old growth in it, like the rest of the walls did. But she shored them up pretty good. They've built platforms behind them so that people can actually go up to the top of those thorn walls and get a good view of the open plains to the south of the city. There are moose folk who are patrolling the woods to the south because the walls defend the plains.
I can't do a third.
Yeah, let's bring
accent.
Umu in the mix.
Not here.
But they
left him in the
can't defend the woods. So the moose folk have been in the woods with a couple of tabaxi patrolling and taking out they're the people from
What are
Moonglade.
tabaxi?
Cat
people.
The cat people.
Jinx.
They're all from the village of Moonglade. Then there's 3 wizards from Silver's Blessing who are from the Mage College there, and they are young. They think they're heroes. And,
They're really annoying twerps.
Yeah, they're around as they're fairly skilled in terms. One is interested mostly in fire, one in ice, and one in kind of support, I guess, and buffs and things like that. They've been flying around the city or the village, helping to defend it. There's Mag, the orc from Firecliff that Durn and Trixie met, who's sort of a druid who's been in town helping Alani try to shore up the defenses. She brought a couple orcs with her. And I don't have the list of allies in front of me, but that's the main gist of kind of the support crew that's here. And you've brought Henna back and Kalman.
So the city at this time is secure?
Yes. Right now, there are threats coming from the south every so often. Beasts that have been turned by the corruption of the blight of the Mistress. But so far, the archers and spearmen have been able to take them out. But we do have intelligence from Trixie that
They're almost
the
here.
column has broke, and the main force of the hammer or the front fist of this column will be here by nightfall. So it would be a good idea for everybody to get rest if they are not rested and try and prepare for that assault that's going to come, because you've seen the column from the south. Durn and Trixie have seen it from the airship, and between the two of you, you'd have a good idea of the unbelievable size of this column in terms of the miles and miles that it spans. So once the assault gets here, it's not likely to quit for maybe days.
Is there any
What are
way
we supposed to do about that?
Any way we can form a team instead of being on the defensive and just waiting for the waves of the assault to come? Form a squad or
A
larger
strike team.
to go out and strike either on their flank or go to the heart of the command.
That's potentially an option.
The problem is that it's basically all one big organism. Like, it doesn't function like a bunch of organisms. They're not going to scatter.
There's
Unless
almost
we
a
find the
hive-
mistress of the what's-her-face.
Yeah, there's almost like a hive mind to the way that the things have
If we
acted
find-
in some ways.
Who's the
But
mistress of the
if we don't
what's-her-face?
come up with some type of assault option, you're just standing there defending every wave that comes, and sooner or later you're going to be overwhelmed without taking an offensive action some way, whether to go directly for the mistress or certainly, if anything, well, you say you've had intelligence, so someone is probably reconnoitering somewhere and getting messages back as to what what they're doing. But
Yeah, Trixie's been
I've been flying over
scouting.
every night.
right.
Now that Henna's back, that's what she was doing before she left. She can go out and scout also.
To me, this is one of the plans maybe we need to do is to develop a team of diverse talents, and to either go after the mistress to try and immediately put them on the defensive, at least partly, or some type of team to go into an offensive,
Like an action team.
like an action team.
Well, I've got cornhole proficiency, so...
Well, there you go.
I'm reckless enough.
The war's won.
Sure. I do it.
Okay.
I might
But
as well
if
see it
Durn
through
is
to
going
the
to do
end.
it, Durn is going to do it. I'd like an apology for breaking my heart and my trust and my friendship.
He came back, didn't he?
You're not a part of this.
I've been with him for weeks now.
Yeah,
I
but
was
you're
with-
not.
Don't worry, he'll leave you. Oh, so I've been.
Yeah, but you're not
I
a
can
part of
just
this
follow after him.
conversation. You don't know what happened beforehand.
He told
An
me some.
apology is a small price to pay for a comrade in arms.
Lad, there is a conversation that needs to happen. There's a lot of story that needs to happen. And you're owed.
I hold out my hand and I pull out. Well, no. I hand 3 gold over to Zev and I say, "Can I get some wine? Please."
Zeb takes the 3 gold.
Yes.
72.
467.
Zev hands you the rest of his nice bottle of wine.
You guys are in the big leagues.
Got about half a bottle left.
I hand that over to Durn. And I hold out my hand to shake his hand.
Hang on, I'm still transferring stuff from one person's inventory to the other. No.
Well, I got to transfer it to my inventory first, and then
erase it.
and then erase it.
Yeah, okay.
That reminded me to erase a Wimmly Wommly stick.
Durn takes the hand, shakes it, and I'm sorry for leaving. I am.
At least you came back.
Well, I've been big on second chances lately. And then Clippy gives him a little kiss on the cheek, then crawls over.
When you say him, Durn or Grease Wizard?
Gives Durn a little kiss on the cheek, and then crawls back over onto my shoulder.
Durn, make a Constitution saving throw.
Nat or critical fail.
He loves it.
No, no.
He loves it so much he vomits onto the ground. Unfortunately,
I
Grease
missed
Wizard is
this.
standing right there.
You know, guys, I missed this.
He upchucks after the kiss from your homunculus.
Grease Wizard, roll an acrobatics check, see if you dodge.
All right. Henna comes over to this whole.
Is she
thing.
still like wearing a dress, or is she back in her normal like?
I'd assume she's
yeah,
back
it would
by
have
herself.
been evening, so she's back to her normal gear. And Malkovich is with her. And she says, she actually kind of looks around to see who's here in the clearing a little bit, and then she goes, I was down there before. I was able to blend in pretty well. I could go back and try to send you word of where the Mistress might be, give you a place to strike if that's what you want to do. Might take me, I don't know, half a day, more, depends where she is. But I'll try to send word if I can. There are pigeons here, aren't there?
Oh, yes.
Does anybody have any better way I can send word?
How
I
about
don't know if the birds will make it.
give her the stick?
Takes a while to cast if she gets into any kind of real trouble, but I mean, sure.
Okay.
Henna,
go ahead and erase that.
she's really good at hiding, Durn.
You don't have a stick.
She gave me the stick.
Oh, you gave it back to her?
Yes.
Okay.
I was thinking about the earring of Tustinai, but
What's the range on that?
a mile. But I think it's also attuned.
Trust this creature.
Which creature?
Who's offered to?
Henna? Oh, I mean, she's up here now, not in the Underdark. She's cool.
Didn't she try to kill you once?
I mean,
It was dark down there. Henna,
Yeah, it
thank you
was-
for everything you've
it's
done.
not good.
I'm so glad that we're back above land. Do you feel better now? Especially after the time in the Grove.
She smiles. Yeah, I do.
I'm glad.
Good luck.
All right. And she throws her.
Do you
kinda-
need another set of hands?
No, I'll
Just
be,
the two is fine.
I could.
I know you want to split your two characters up, but I think
It
I'll be
would really
quieter
help
by
not to have to do all the accents.
I think I'll be.
I'm not.
quieter
I know what you
by
mean.
myself. Are you sure?
I was.
Yeah, I'll be quiet.
I've been flying around all evening, anyways. I could go with you, maybe.
Maybe I could go with you. Like good old times, right? No, I only have one character
She
to
just
play. I'll
throws her
stay
hood
here.
up and starts walking away.
So that is
I
that a
can
no from
split up
Trixie?
into my two separate personalities,
She
and
just
one of them
gives
can
me
go
a-
with you. I'll stay here.
Now, Trixie might be able to scout too, but Henna's just going to go off by herself again.
It's kind of hard to see where the queen
This
may be
seems
at night.
ominous.
And Malkovich just kind of bounds behind her as she goes.
Bye.
Malkovich is sort of a kangaroo-type creature.
Wow, I did not get that from your initial description.
No.
I saw a
But
giant
also
frog
with
thing.
tentacles.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's got sucker fingers.
I saw
Like
a
all
giant frog-like
kangaroos
thing.
have.
Yeah. It's got kangaroo
What is he, a
legs.
marsupial?
It's a froggy kangaroo.
No.
No.
Raboing, raboing.
All right, off they go.
He's like a frog you can love.
So,
I guess
is there any preparations you want to do for the rest of the day? Any rest?
Trixie's going to want to go back to sleep.
Because, yeah, Trixie was scouting all morning, so I think Trixie's probably going to be asleep.
Is she not nocturnal?
I think me and the Dragonborn could probably use some hit points back.
Yeah, you could probably get healed up by Alani near the Raventree.
All right,
So if you take a little bit of time there, she can patch your wounds and
let's do that.
straighten you out. In
Come on,
about-
lad, I'll show you the ropes.
About an hour without expending too much magic. So you would be back to full health if you do that.
I'm gonna talk to Crinkle.
You're
Fire.
going to call Crinkle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's add another voice to this.
Yeah, good. So
Go ahead and put yourself back up to full.
the Grease Wizard goes off. Everybody kind of goes off and does their own thing.
Yeah.
Spree and Durn hang out with Alani for a while under the Raventree. Trixie goes to bed, and we'll figure out what Keira and Ahrin and Zev are doing in a bit. But GW finds a quiet place away from some of the alarm bells that go off sporadically throughout the day. And touches his Corn Smart badge, and it glows to life, sprouting a golden yellow ear of corn. And you hear, yeah, what's up?
Hey, Crinkle. How you doing?
I'm making it, just making it.
Yeah, I feel ya. Hey, do you have any kind of help you could send us? Or maybe come down here?
I can't do that.
I could steal Darren's blunderbuss again. We're kind of on good terms.
Sure, I mean, if you could get that thing and pull the trigger, I could make sure that you end up here, and I could maybe give you a couple of supplies before I send you back, but I don't have a whole lot. I don't know what I'd have that would be too helpful. But look, you asked me last time to look some information up. Is that still pertinent?
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember I told you about Modrons, how I had an order from some, and then I had a double order, and I sent it again, and I got paid twice?
Right.
You haven't told anybody about that, have you?
Oh, no. I love doing things underneath the table.
All right, great. That's the inventor wizard way. I mean, that's just how it's done.
Right.
That's how it's always been done.
I know. That's what you taught me.
Yeah, that's good. Listen, Modrons, I have discovered a couple interesting facts about them in my reading. One, Modrons of different ranks are unaware of other Modrons. They're only aware of Modrons within their current ranking in Mechanus. And every Modron is given a specific rank. They can move throughout the ranks, and when they do, they forget all the people that they knew before. It's kind of weird.
All right.
There are also multiple sort of strata of planes that exist within Mechanus, and usually every creature of one rank lives on the same plane. I don't quite understand how they move from one to the other, or if they just sort of walk on one plane that's overlapping another plane at the same time, and they can just move through each other. It's kind of unclear and strange.
All right. Anyway, we could use this to our advantage. I don't know if you're looking down here. Can you? So we got a big war to fight with the blight and stuff. Anyway, we could use that to help.
I mean, you just told me to find out what I could about
Now,
Modrons.
right? And now I'm asking you a different question, using your sage wisdom and anything. Can you think of anything?
I mean, this isn't like a GoPro or anything. Like, I can't see what you've been doing down there.
Well, we're going to have a war.
What's
a
a
big
GoPro?
war with blight.
It's this thing I invented that lets you see what other people are doing.
That's good.
Oh, cool.
It's a huge war. So if there's any way we can get any more help or support, we got a Kalman -26, I believe.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Modron. We got a Modron here.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a -28.
Yeah, I had an order from some -28s for some legs.
Right. Any way to Can you think of any way that it could help us out anymore? I don't know.
I mean, Modrons usually hang out in Mechanus. If you've got one, I mean, you've got one, I guess. They're just like anybody else, except different.
Wow.
All right. Well, thank you,
From the
Crinkle.
mind that brought you corn smart.
Do you have listen, do you have any kind of supplies, any magic, any spell books or anything up there that I could borrow?
I mean, I do have some spell books that you could copy out of, potentially, if you'd either come back and give me a visit, or if you can pick up one of my backpacks, I might be able to send them to you.
Where's one of your backpacks?
Hold on. Let me see. Where are you? Let me see if I can triangulate you with the Corn Smart badge here. Hold on just a second. And you just hear like a clattering of things falling off the side of the table, and you hear, God, fuck, nope, that's not it. And drawers open and close a little bit, and then you hear him flipping through something. Okay, program for... things always flash in 12. Okay, then you... After a minute, he says, okay, you're in... I found out you're in Lamoche.
No, Raventree?
Raventree. Okay.
Right, but I mean, specifically, I could have just told you that, Crinkle.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably more specific than I could get on this bead. The only backpack I know of in Lamoche is with a Maximilian. He's a backpack salesman.
I know of him.
Yeah, he was a distributor for me for a while. It's possible that he still has some of the older models.
All roads link back to Crinkle.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
the same guy.
I'll find him. He's probably around here somewhere.
All right. Great.
And
if you could get one of those backpacks, put a note in it of what you need, and I'll figure it out.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Kay.
All right. Good luck with your war.
Thanks. Good luck with your mess.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
And the corn withers on your Corn Smart button.
Didn't we leave Max by Albagula with a busted wagon?
No.
No.
You escorted
He was
Max
going to go...
back to the
labyrinth.
and he said he was going to
Come back
work on
here.
getting you an invitation to the labyrinth.
Well, Kira's got one.
We've done a lot of things. Is it my turn?
Sure, what's Ahrin
Can
doing?
I try and get my max health back?
Sure.
Go talk
Yeah.
to Alani.
That's probably a good idea.
It seems like this is a good place to do it with the spiritual healing and all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alani looks you over and kind of says, "Oh, my dear, what happened to you?"
Things.
A
So
lot.
many things.
Yeah, so many.
This was an evil thing that you encountered, that it could do this to you.
Yeah, we're in the Underdark for, I don't know, at least a month, and I just haven't felt the same since.
Well, I'm very glad that you're back. Let me see what I can do. And she puts her hands on both sides of your temples and casts Restoration and removes that cap on your hit points.
Yeah.
If you spend a little while longer there, she can heal you back up to your
yeah.
maximum health.
That'd be good for me.
And for the first time in weeks, you feel more invigorated again.
Like the middle of an allergy medicine commercial.
Mm-hmm. There's just been like a...
I'm looking
I
forward
need
to that moment too.
Yeah, I need that. There was like an anchor you've been dragging behind you for the past week, and now you feel like yourself again.
Yay.
What is Zavask and or Keira doing?
I figured Keira would be talking to Nivara and seeing if she still wanted to head on north.
Yeah, I think... Are things mostly clear to the north of here?
Am I there?
Nobody
What?
here would know, I guess, except my characters and Alani, I guess, who sounds the same. Yeah, the Dragonborn, I think, just came from that direction.
It's not too late to give one of them a Jamaican accent.
Yes, it is.
So is the way clear?
Was the road clear to the north?
The road was clear as I traversed it.
Okay. So It looks like the main column hasn't surrounded the place.
So
I'd say Godspeed, but I don't think we have a god here.
God's speed.
Godspeed.
Draw out the S.
Godspeed. Speedy feet.
So
to ya.
should we like not have the stone here where we know they're
That's why
about
she's running
to all
north.
be?
Yeah, she's about to take it.
Oh,
and
okay,
leave.
are the rest of us staying?
Yeah.
Wait, hasn't she already run off with the stone one?
She's trying to bring it back
But
to the
you-
temple
yeah, she has
allegedly.
Fool me once.
over the past 300 years,
She
several
says,
times.
I'll fly it there. I should be able to get there before the evening.
Good luck on the mountain. Oh, we got rid of that stone shadow thing for you. That was fun.
Okay.
We all almost died. He lost his shadow. That was cool.
When I get back.
I got it back.
That was sad. Will you come back?
Once I make sure the stone is back where it belongs, and I'll make the trip back to Raventree, and maybe you can tell me about your journey.
That'll be a long conversation, but okay. Ask for Dolan. And who was the guy that made good pastrami sandwiches?
Darlin.
It was Dolan?
Yeah.
Okay, ask for Dolan. Awesome sandwiches.
Zalbagula.
Oh, Albagula. That's right.
Where are you talking about?
All right. So she turns back into the Falcon that you saw her in before, and she takes off flying toward the north.
And off she goes yet again.
You okay, Keira?
Zavast.
I guess. Apparently I'm not 25, though.
Sorry. Same.
Kind of wants to go up to Ahrin and ask her, so everyone's fine again with the dwarf?
I don't know. I guess. I mean, we don't really have another choice but to work with him. And I don't think anyone was ever actually upset with him. I think we were just,
Priest Wizard said some pretty terrible things.
Yeah,
He
but
says
like,
lots of things.
he does say a lot
Except
of
I'm
things.
sitting and I'm apparently not paying attention. Sorry.
If
I'll
he-
go away now.
Do you trust him to stay this time?
I don't think it matters. I think if he said he's going to do something, he'll probably see it through unless he went Oathbreaker on us and didn't mention anything about it. But, yeah, I don't know. Just don't get too attached.
Okay. If you say so. That's all I got.
Okay.
Wow. You put a lot more faith in my words than maybe you should, bud.
That's Zev. I mean,
As you're waiting around the city for the course of the rest of the day, maybe occasionally going to the wall, helping with a brief defense or scanning the horizon for whatever threats there might be, a couple of things happen before night falls. One of them is an old orc woman leans heavily on a big tree branch that she carries around with her, finds Ahrin at some place in the village. And when she sees you, she stops dead in her tracks and just seems to stare.
Ahrin is oblivious.
She walks forward a little bit closer, and she kind of cocks her head to the side, and then she smiles really big, and she says, "We are saved."
Do I know you?
I have served you,
Sorry.
goddess. And she starts rooting around in her bag as you're doing that.
I don't know. I think you must have me mistaken for someone else.
You are the angry huntress. You have protected us always.
I don't know about angry. I mean, I've been frustrated at a few points, but that seems kind of excessive.
And she very awkwardly, with her old kind of knees of creaking and leaning heavily on the staff, tries to get down and eventually does.
Oh,
get
you don't
down
have to
onto
do
her
that.
knees. And she reaches up and hands you a mask.
Okay, I'll take the mask because it seems at this point that it would be rude not to.
And it is
I'll take the mask.
it is a
The mask?
brass
Is it mask?
Zivast's mask.
brass
I
polished
could open up a
to
shop.
a high sheen, kept very nicely, no tarnish or anything on it, and it's the face of a lion. And she gets back up to her feet slowly, but energetically now as she sees you, and she says, "We have prayed. If only you could have, if the rest of my people could have seen you, they would have all been here."
Did we see her in the past?
I don't know.
You did not.
Okay.
You've never seen her before.
How do you remember
Thank
all
you
this?
for this gift.
It is yours. It is not mine. I have only kept it for you. You have the sash. You have found it. You have been to Weiss.
Have I? My Eva memory is not great, so
That you got the sash off your statue.
no, I remember that.
That was Weiss.
That was Weiss? Okay.
At one time, it was.
That's where Griselda settled down. I can do that voice.
My voice is too similar. I'm honored that you would put your faith in me,
You have-
and I don't have anything else to say because this is
Zev-
not what I'm used to.
Zev holds out his hands. What do I get?
She pulls out a
Who are-
Werther's Carol.
Who are you, young one?
I am Zivask Summerwillow.
Savast what?
Summerwillow.
That's your mother's name?
Yeah.
Okay. I do not know the Summer Willow tribe.
My daddy was a Kage.
I am
My-
from the Grizzards of Weiss to the south.
My father was Akagi.
Your father?
Yes.
And she kind of looks at you.
I know they don't really look alike.
Funny.
Huh. I have no gift worthy of the son of a chieftain. If that mask had been something that was mine, if I wouldn't have had that and been holding it for generations, I would have had nothing worthy of a goddess.
What am I supposed to do with it?
I think you put them on your face. If
Like
I remember
forever?
correctly. I don't know. Looks cool.
Is this my new
Go for
persona?
it.
And she reaches into her belt and she pulls out a dagger and she
Oh.
hands it to you.
I have 4 of those now.
And she says, "It is just a dagger, but when my people went to give their fealty to Akagi, it is one of the ones they used to draw their blood in their oath."
Nasty.
That's cool.
Thank you so much for these gifts. Thank the nice ladies of.
Thank you very much.
You are
Thank the
welcome.
nice lady.
And she goes,
Poofs the sword into his hand just to look cool because he's having fun right now.
she would recognize the sword as foe bearer. And she would smile and say, "We have a god and our king on our side. We cannot fail." And she turns and leaves.
Now who's the king?
Ooh.
Burn.
Oh.
Not much to live up to.
Ahrin,
I'm a
Ahrin,
god king. So.
when she's not looking, Ahrin looks a little dismayed and tries to like exchange a look with Zev to be like, "That's a lot of pressure. I don't know about that." And I don't know. Does Zev
No,
feel
he
that
understands
at all?
the pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Here's your updated trappings of the huntress with the
Ooh.
mask on it.
Yeah.
As you take some time with the mask, you realize this also belonged to Kylina at some point.
What is on here? There's something sticky on here.
stuck to the wires or something here. I don't know.
Okay.
It wasn't
Dominate beast.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, that's got a lot of
Going away
charges.
again.
But you got through most
All
of
right, the
report,
other
you got
thing
three
that
point
happens is Dudley the monkey boy
No.
finds one of you walking
Yay,
through the city.
Dougly.
So let's.
Oh, there's so
I
many.
think at this point it's either me or GW.
I think GW, maybe. He finds the grease wizard kind of actually talking to your apprentice wizard and seeing how he's been doing.
Mhm.
And Dudley the monkey boy comes up and goes,
All right, come on. Now this is a lesson you have to learn, kiddo. When a monkey comes and asks you to do something, a monkey boy comes and asks you to do something, you always listen.
Who are you talking to?
My apprentice.
No matter what he asks you to do?
Well, you take that on a case-by-case basis, but if he asks you to come, you always go. Go with him. Come on, let's go figure it out. All right, come on, let's go. We're running.
All right.
Come
so
on.
You follow Ducky
I hate you.
Boy around the center of the village to Jerry and Jenny's Gem and Junk Juicer, where he has his lemonade stand type slapboard magic item melter machine set up in front of the place. And he's... The monkey boy... The stress of the city being constantly under siege has gotten a little bit to him. He hasn't been getting his sleep. He doesn't have his normal, handsome good looks. So he looks a little worse than usual. His hair is really matted and droopy. He's got lots of just stuff from his ears just matted all around it for the most part. And it's all twisted up. And he's got a big patch that he looks like he just cut off because it was too matted. He couldn't run his fingers through it anymore, and he just kind of yanked it out. He looks a little bit miserable. But he brings you over toward the junk juicer and motions kind of for you to go up to the front. When you do, Jerry is there, and he's standing back behind the counter, and he goes, "Oh, it is the little one you brought. The good boy, Dudley Monkey. Okay, listen, I heard the party was back and that there is big bad things coming here very soon.
Yes.
Listen, there will be no juice business if there is no gem and junk juicer truck.
Mm-hmm.
Or humanity.
The truck is what is important. Listen, I have been stockpiling juice as much as I can. I will give you something to try and help. Can you make sure your friends get what would be best for them?
Sure, I can handle 80 pounds in my bag.
Okay, I don't think 80 pounds will be a problem. I have a couple gems I can run through the juicer I've been saving, but mostly I have juice already prepared. So here, this is what I have.
All right.
And he gives you 4 regular healing potions and 4 greater healing potions.
Yes, trust the klepto to distribute goods evenly.
Greater healing?
Mm-hmm. 1 potion of Frost Giant Strength. 1 potion of Invulnerability.
You'll distribute those evenly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for the juice. So he hands you over just like 10 potions, kind of in 2 of these little racks that look kind of like, I guess, 2.5 of these racks that look more like the to-go things from McDonald's where you get 4 cups in them. They just have the potions in them.
All right.
I hope that these are helpful. If you want, I have enough gems to run through the juicer one time.
Yeah, go ahead. I'd love it.
We can see what happens.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Will you roll for me a D20?
Nat 20.
It is?
Yeah. Look at it. It is a nat 20.
Indeed it is. Guess these are good dice after all.
I might not have printed that.
Didn't expect him to roll a nat 20, eh?
He hands you, he goes to the back. You hear the juicer run. And you have to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma?
That's a 2. But is it magic?
No, it's Monkey Boy.
That's Constitution, not Charisma.
No, it's charisma first.
Oh.
All right, yeah.
You are compelled to turn around and gaze into the eyes of the Monkey Boy. And as you do, you see them droopy, tired, and just, again, a big glob of snot just coming out of his nose and going down about 18 inches.
All right.
And it back up.
Oh, the viscosity.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
11 plus 3, so 14.
Okay.
Really queasy.
With a 14, you just kind of dry heave a little bit, but that's about it. Just have to look at Bill during this moment. And when you do, Jenny comes back in the truck. Oh, yeah. We got you something real nice here. I wrapped it up for you. So maybe just wait for a nice moment when you're feeling down and open this thing up here, and I think you'll be real pleased.
What if I want to open it now?
Well, just wait.
All right. Is it like a one-time use thing?
Well, I don't think so.
I want to know what it is. But all right. I'll wait till I'm feeling down.
You should write that down so you don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll treat you real nice there. It's got a bit of a kick from that junk we put in it.
All right.
You betcha.
All right? If you got any more gems around, let us know, and we can juice them up for you.
Sure. Here's
But,
467.
Those are golds.
Oh.
And Vask would be a little heartbroken.
I'm sure some of them are gems.
Yeah. Are you trying to leave Zavosk unemployed?
That's true.
I think you guys have junked all your gems.
I have 2 identical opals.
Well, it's because
Oh, you
someone
did?
won't give us new gems.
Apparently I did. I remember those opals. You found them under the...
He gets all
in
the loot because
Underdark,
he's a
I think.
klepto.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never see those potions. ever.
I can juice those up for you if you want. Then we're going to close this thing down and board it up for the incoming,
Kaboomities.
chaos.
Just did a quick Arcana check on them. That's a 17. They're just normal opals.
Yeah, they were just gems.
Sure, yeah, go ahead. Juice them up.
All right, here I go. And she goes back into the back room, and you hear as they go into the blender. And I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
15.
This time, Dudley's behind you.
Dudley.
He really wants you to look, but you don't have to. You're not compelled. You can feel him, though, take like a couple steps closer.
But what if he wants to look?
He's
And then out of the back.
on your neck.
The warm breath.
The warm breath of Dudley the monkey boy making the hair stand up on the back of your neck.
You can definitely smell him. You make it to the, you hear the juicer stop, and you hear Jerry come back out. He steps. Oh, this thing is so small, and he walks up to the front and he says, "All right, this is what we have. I need you to roll the d20."
It's a 7.
It was just juice this time, just juice. But this is interesting juice. At least this is the juice of jumping. You drink this juice, you jump like Jordan. Jordan was Goliath I knew growing up. He could jump so high. He could not, when you drink this, if you use a bonus action to stick your tongue out, you can jump twice as far as usual for half an hour. Also, it tastes like Gatorade.
All right, might take that right now.
Hashtag not sponsored.
How does he know what Gatorade tastes like?
But it was just juice. But like I said, usually we keep half the juice and give you, that's part of the deal. But with the impending doom, you get 2 jump juices.
Impending
All right.
We're all gonna
This
die.
is impending doom discount.
What a great deal.
Yeah, but that is it. We board the place up now. Monkey boy, into the cart.
Oh,
All right. Bye.
Hopefully we see you on the other side. We have Devo in here.
Oh. Well, enjoy. Have fun.
what is
Wait, do you and Jenny have the same favorite show?
No, it is a sticking point between us.
Which is kind of awkward.
I have so
All
many
right. Well,
questions.
have fun. See you on the other
I'm
side.
just very curious about your lifestyle.
Okay, good luck. And
Back to Keira?
what time are we playing till tonight?
I don't know.
Because we started early.
I don't know.
Let's do whatever else you guys want to do before the end of the day, and next time we'll pick up with the night, the first waves. So, if there's anything
Dum, dum,
anybody
dum.
wants to do,
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going to go over to the armory and unload some of my extra weapons.
Okay. So you're going to stock up. All of a sudden, the garrison now is much more well-equipped, as Keira has provided
Here's a
them with.
longbow.
We don't have any of these. We only have short bows. This is amazing.
You're welcome. I'm going to want my quarterstaff back, or at least I can get another one. But if somebody needs it here,
Name one
Here's a hand
single
axe.
time you've ever used your quarterstaff or your hand axe.
beavers. We were beavers.
Excuse
Second
me?
temple. That's when I used my hand axe. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll send these to the front.
They're nothing too special, so it's okay if I get a different one at the end. But
Okay. Anything else? Any other orders of business?
Do you not want me to look in the thing because you don't have it printed with you? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want to
And our printer
start
doesn't
next
work
time, yeah, our printer died this week, so.
because we don't have ink, and it refuses to print black ink if we don't have cyan and yellow.
Yeah.
If you want to start next time having looked at it, you could say that you look at it at the end and I'll email it to you.
Okay, I look at it.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
All right, now I imagine...
The final
But I
shot
don't-
is him
I
opening
don't
the
have
bag,
table,
and his face
the
lights
updated
up.
monkey table with
Oh
me.
yeah, and I found that I've got some drow armor and some daggers too. that
Okay.
Here's some more stuff I found.
crazy orders here.
I imagine it goes something... The scene plays out something like this. I'm sitting there. I'm talking to Clippy.
Wait, what are you saying to him?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter to me.
Sweet nothings.
You don't want to hear it.
And I'm saying, Clippy, I really want to look at that bag, but they said I can't do it right now.
Not until I'm really down.
I wish...
I'm so depressed.
I wish there was someone who wanted to help me open this up. Clippy, can you think of anyone who could help me? Well, it seems like you need some help looking in that bag. I'd love to help you with that. Oh, Clippy, please. You don't have to do it. No, Master, I'd love to do it for you. All right, Clippy, go ahead. And he slowly unwraps the bag, and we find...
Thanks for sharing our date night with us and exploring a whole new world together. We'll see you again next week. Until then, keep in touch by following us on Twitter at Date Night Podcast or visiting d8nightpodcast.com.